Hi there everyone! So today we're going to have an adventure about the assessment in the 21st century. So before we move on to our adventure, let us first define what is assessment. So according to the AFT, NCME, NEA by 1990, assessment is defined as a process of obtaining information that is used to make educational decisions about students, to give feedback to students about his or her progress, strengths and weakness, to judge instructional effectiveness and curricular adequacy, and to inform policy. And through simple word, assessment is all about gathering info to help make decisions in education. It's used to figure out how students are doing, where they're excelling, and where they might need more help. It also helps teachers see how effective their teaching methods are and whether the curriculum is hitting the mark. Plus, the data from the assessment can guide bigger decisions like creating school policies. So, all in all, assessment helps everyone involved in education, may it be the student, teachers, and policymakers, to understand what's working and what needs improvements. And there we have it. Now that we know the definition of assessment, let us now move on to the types of assessment. So actually there are 6 types of assessment, but since we are talking about the assessment in the 21st century, we'll be focusing on 3 types of assessment, which are the formative assessment, summative assessment, and diagnostic assessment. So let us first go to formative assessment. So by definition, it is an ongoing evaluation to monitor student learning and inform instruction. An example of these are class discussions, quizzes, and exit tickets. So in formative assessment, this is like checking in on students regularly to see how they're doing as they learn. It's meant to help teachers understand what students are getting and what they're not, so they can adjust their teaching along the way. Think of things like class discussions, quick quizzes, or other little exit tickets you'll fill out before leaving class. It's all about keeping an eye on progress and making tweaks as needed. Then we have the second one, which is the summative assessment. So by definition, it is an evaluation of student learning at the end of a unit or course. An example of these are standardized tests, essays, or projects. So this summative assessment happened at the end of a big chunk of learning, like after a unit or at the end of a course. It's the kind of assessment that sums up what students have learned overall. Examples includes standardized tests, big essays or project, as I've said so, and it's like the final checkpoint to see how well everyone has understood the material. And the third one, the last but not the least, is the diagnostic assessment. So by definition, it is an evaluation to identify a student's strengths and weaknesses at the beginning of instruction. An example of these are placement tests or pre-reading activities. So in diagnostic assessment, this is used at the very start to see where students stand before diving into the new content. It helps identify their strengths and weaknesses right from the beginning. Think of things like placement tests or activities that gauge what they know about a topic before they start learning more about it. It's all about the setting, the stage for effective learning by understanding where everyone is starting from.
So hello guys, I am Michael Barrientos and let's move on in 21st century. Number 1 natin dito is learning and innovation. Okay, in learning innovation, we have creativity and innovation. So creativity and innovation, it's involved the ability to generate new ideas and concepts as well as the capability to implement them to effectively. Okay, these skills is crucial for adapting a changing environment and for developing novel solution to the problem. Next one natin is the critical thinking and problem solving. So in critical and problem solving, it is involved to the analyzing information, evaluating evidence, and developing logical and effective solution to complex problem. So these skills are fundamental for making an informed decision and for overcoming challenges. In critical thinking, so, syempre, dito yung ability to analyze and evaluate information, the objectives, and make a reasoned judgment. So problem solving, also the process of identifying problems, generating potential solution, and implementing best solution. The last natin is, the important is the communication and collaboration. Ito po talaga ang pinaka-mahalaga, ang collaboration and good communication. So, sa communication natin, dapat involves effectively our sharing ideas, information, and feelings with other through various channels. Okay? Strong communication skills are very essential for collaboration, leadership, and building a relationship. Next natin is information, media, and technology skills. Sa information and media and technology skills, meron tayong tatlo, which is the information literacy, media literacy, and ICT, stand for information, communication, and technology literacy. So, first natin is the information literacy. This involves the ability to locate, evaluate, and use information effectively. So next natin is the media literacy. For media literacy, involved dito ang understanding and critical evaluating media content that its impact on our audience. So next is the ICT, or the stand for information, communication, and technology. So dito naman sa ICT, involves naman dito ang ability of use of digital technology, communicating tools, network, manage to integrate, evaluate, and create information. Okay, these skills is fundamental of functioning effectively in technology. Ayan, sa technology world natin. Next natin dito is, yung ating number 3 is the life and career skills. Okay, sa life and career skills, meron tayong 5 na napapaloob dito, which is the flexibility and adaptability. Next, the initiative and self-direction, and social and cross-cultural, then skills, productivity, and accountability. Then the last one is the leadership and responsibility. For life and career skills, this is essential for success in both personal and professional contexts. Okay, these skills help as individuals to navigate the complexities of modern life and work environments. So next naman, we move on to 21st century assessment. In 21st century assessment, dito naman mapapaloob si focus on real-world skills. Okay, ano nga ba ito? So, dito is meron tayong tatlong napapaloob, which is the critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration and communication. So, this context, it is certain skills of particular vital navigating complex challenges, working effectively with others, and achieving success in various domains. It is the ability to analyze and evaluate information, arguments, and ideas, logical and objective manners. Next natin is authentic assessment. Authentic assessment is evaluation methods that require students to apply their knowledge and skills in real-world or meaningful contexts. Unlike from tinatawag nating traditional assessment, which often focus on memorization and yung standardized tests. The authentic assessment emphasizes a practical application in critical thinking, problem solving. Dito ay mapapaloob natin ang example is yung projects that apply a range of skills and knowledge to produce a final product or outcome sa mga bata. Pwede dito papasok ang ating mga presentation that student that communicate their ideas like research or a project outcomes and to outcomes to their audience. So next, pwede naman dito mapapasok si simulation. So in stimulation, it is involved to recreating a real life scenarios where student must apply their knowledge and skills to navigate complex situation. The last one for 21st century assessment, ito yung pinakamahalaga, yung technology integration. Okay, for this, this assessment focuses on significantly enhance both learning and learning experience and the effectiveness of evaluation. So, pwede nating dito mapapasok si mga online portfolios na pwede magamit natin to mag-demonstrate sa learning progress ng mga bata and achievement over time. So, pwede din dito ang mga digital presentation sa yun, pag use of technology that pwede makakreate ng deliver multimedia presentation during their class. So, pwede din si interactive assessment na paggamit ng digital tools to create dynamic and engaging tests like quizzes that provide immediate feedback agad, yung madalian na pwede nating agad yung mga assessment ng mga bata. And that's all. Thank you.
The 6 assessment competencies for teacher. Number 1. Choosing assessment methods appropriate for instructional decision. If a teacher wants to assess a student's understanding of a novel, they might choose a performance assessment where students act out the scenes rather than using a traditional multiple choice test. Number 2. Administering scoring and interpreting results. After conducting a performance assessment, a teacher would evaluate students' performance based on a predetermined criteria and provide a feedback accordingly. Number 3. Using assessment result for decision making. After analyzing assessment data, a teacher might identify some specific areas where students are struggling for and adjust the lesson plan according to provide the targeted support. Number 4. Developing valid grading procedures. A teacher might use a rubric to ensure a fair and consistent grading for students. Performance assessment and focusing on specific criteria such as creativity, comprehension, and expression. Number 5. Communicating assessment result. Teacher might hold parent-teacher conference to discuss the student's progress and share some assessment results, providing an insight into strength and areas of improvement for a student. Number 6. Recognizing unethical practices. Teachers should be vigilant in identifying inappropriate assessment methods such as overly stressful testing